everyone, this is Heather Lottinen from the Flourish Academy. This is episode 505. I'm here with my good friend Liam. Hey, Liam.
Hello.
Hey, Liam works at YM Camera, but he does much more than that. Can you tell everyone a little bit about your business and what you do?
Yeah, so again, my name's Liam Aberg. I do wedding photography and video. I also do a lot of commercial work, real-living photos. I'm also a commercial drone pilot. So a little bit of everything. I started my business when I was 13 and just kind of have run with it since then. Actually started taking photos for a couple players on the sports teams, and then it led into senior photos, and now I am averaging about 35 weddings a year.
At 13, I didn't know that. You started it that young?
Yep,
well,
13.
You were a little entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
Are your parents entrepreneurs?
No. So I actually started repairing iPhones. That was my first business. I always loved tech and taking it apart and seeing what was inside. So I did that for about a couple years, hit 300 devices, and I'm like, all right, what's next? And I always loved photography.
Okay, what was your driver though? Was it money? Like, did you just want to earn money? Or I didn't have that kind of ambition at 13.
I don't really know. I loved taking stuff apart and making it better. It was actually, my sister broke her phone so many times. It was like, my parents were like, hey, could you fix it? I was like, hey, I can actually make money on
perfect.
So then it turned into a business, and I'm like, hey, I can actually do something with it.
And you're like this entrepreneurial genius prodigy, because you're still pretty young. Can you tell everyone you are?
I'm 20.
20 years old. And killing it in photo and video. Do you have a favorite?
Video.
Yeah,
I'm finding
video.
my passion is in wedding videos. Seeing
Wedding
their reactions after the wedding day, returning their videos, seeing them cry, that kind of means the most to me.
How did you get up to 35? Like, what was your marketing?
Right now, I'm big into networking. So it's whenever I meet photographers, I meet florists at wedding days, the bridal party. I try to form relationships with them.
Brilliant.
I give them my business cards. So then at the end of the day, it feels like I know these people. So then they can refer people onto me, and then it spreads.
That's brilliant, Liam. You're good at connections, so relationships.
Yes.
Where did you learn that? How did you know that was the way to build a business?
My father, actually, he's a financial advisor, so his thing has always been you form a relationship with that person. So then it means it's more meaningful to them to come to you.
Absolutely, because people connect with people, not with their services. Okay, so my question for our audience is, a lot of us are kind of interested in video, but we have no clue. And we might want to add video to our sessions. So I know we talked about this before we got started, but like taking senior photos.
Yes.
And you grab some video that you put into like a little marketing piece or something for your client. How would you recommend someone like me, who has like little to no video knowledge, get started with this?
So a cool thing with the video aspect of the senior photos, your biggest market is the senior itself. She's gonna he or she, if you provide them with photos, video, they're gonna post it on their social media, and then they're gonna share your name with that. So adding a little touch of video to your senior photo session is perfect, because it gives something they're excited about. It's live, they can remember. A lot of us, we have these DSLRs, we have our mirrorless cameras, and they have a video function to them. So you easily just switch. You don't even have to worry about settings, just kind of go for it. They like that kind of raw aspect of it.
Oh, so use your lack of knowledge to your favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to know, shoot manual. A lot of your cameras, you just shoot manual. You can see everything live when you're filming. And they like that with the raw stuff. You get those reactions you can't really capture in a photo. That's what I love about filming weddings. You can capture those moments that you can't capture in a photo.
Okay, question. You made it sound just like so easy and straightforward. But I have a D750 Nikon. I know it does video. I've turned it on to video. I can set the exposure. And I go to record. I put a focus like on someone. I don't understand how to focus video. Like, on my DSLR. Now on my Fuji mirrorless, it face detects.
Yes.
So it jumps around, but on my D750 and some of the, like that age range DSLRs, they don't focus track on video, do they? Or do I just not know how?
Sometimes it's just a focusing setting, but I would focus manual. Toss it into manual.
What?
And then you can be more creative with it. Because one, you're going to see it live. When you're focusing manual, you're going to see it live.
Yeah, on the live view,
so you can kind of know, you can kind of be creative, you can pull focus, so then it looks like you really know what you're doing, but you're actually just relying on the camera.
At least I don't. Yeah. Right.
Because you're setting your shutter speed, your aperture, so it's everything, the lighting's good, but then you're shooting manual focus, and then you can really play around with your environment, what's in focus, what's not in focus.
Okay, what I love about you is you are just fearless. You're like, just take it. Like, who cares? And I want to get it perfect. But I guess if you don't tell them you're doing it and you mess it up, they don't have to know, right? Like,
No.
If it's not part of your package, especially when you're learning, you could just kind of
Just
put it in
toss
and
it
and just mess around. Okay, so let's say you get a few short clips that you're like, okay, I might be able to do some. How would you recommend a new person to video edit these?
So there's a lot of simple apps out there. So say you have an iPhone, iMovie is
I've
perfect
used it.
for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's quick, it's easy. You can just pop those files in. You can put transitions, music, even GoPro. I believe it's called Quick. It's a free app.
Oh.
They'll do everything for you. You literally plop it in the app, and they'll put it together to music and transitions, and they do everything.
And then you export these videos somehow, yes?
Yeah, you export them to your camera roll, and then that's kind of it.
And
you can
how
post
do
it
you know,
straight
like,
from
what
there.
settings to... Oh, my.
I thought we were talking about video cameras, right? This is an 8mm cassette one, digital high 8. Is this what we're talking about today?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
Could
This
you
is
teach us how to use that?
This one's from 1996. Does a really good job. This one doesn't have any Wi-Fi connectivity, though.
Oh, well, then it's out. It's out.
All right, never mind. I'll leave, guys. All right.
That's great. I can't even believe he still has something like that. I would say, though, Liam, for me, it's intimidating.
Yes.
The focusing, I can do the exposure. The focusing is a little intimidating. I feel better using my Fuji X-T3 with video because I can honestly put it on auto and just capture versus my D750. So if somebody maybe has an older DSLR that was like one of those first generation video, would you recommend maybe they pick up like a mirror?
Yeah, a small pocket kind of mirrorless camera. You can get crazy footage out of those. 4K 60 frames, which is like highest you can get in a small mirrorless camera. That's something easy you could use. Even your smartphone.
Yeah,
if you
Susie
really
does
want
that.
to work
Yes.
with what you have, use your smartphone. Your smartphone can take crazy footage.
So you're just taking small clips, you're putting them together. You're not using the audio. You're
No,
shipping
you can
it.
put your own music in.
Okay,
Those apps
okay.
provide you with music.
Got
It's easy.
it. So no audio, just which is good because that eliminates one more thing. Okay, so if you have an iPhone, something like iMovie, which I use, or the GoPro would be Android or Quick. It's called. Okay, I haven't used that. There's also an app called Splice that Susie uses on the iPhone. I don't know if it's
you
Android,
can
but it's
even just Google. There's so many apps out there that can provide you with something
maybe
like
someday you could give us a tutorial.
Yeah.
You make it sound so like, oh, just start taking your video, but I feel like I'm fumbling and I know stills so well that when I turn it to video, I just feel like I'm not sure what I'm doing. So you're just saying just do it.
Yeah, just run with it.
Just give it a try. Okay, where can these guys find you? Can I post a link to your site?
Yeah, on Instagram, it's Liam Bentley _15, and it's Bentley's photography and video also. So there's 2 Instagram pages.
And do you want to tell them about your new exciting project? you
Yeah,
have?
so actually, if you go to my website, which is just bentley'sphotographyandvideo.com, there's a tab that's labeled Bonnie the Bug.
Bonnie.
So I recently purchased a 1966 VW Beetle that I want to incorporate, offer to couples, offer to other photographers that they can rent this vehicle for photo shoots, escorts, really anything you want. It's open to options.
She's a beaut. Yeah. What color is she?
She's Bahama blue.
She's this like beautiful light blue.
The luggage
luggage rack.
on
You
top.
have luggage. It's so vintage looking. I have some photos. I'll post them in the comments, and we might try to put together a camera club where we can shoot with it, which would be so awesome. It is the cutest, and it's street legal. You can actually drive it on the street, and you're like driving around the area.
So if you ever see it, I have my logo on the side of it.
Say
Give
hello.
me a wave. So I had a wedding last weekend with it.
Oh,
and
did you?
Yeah, I put Just Married on the back window. I had cans tied to the bumper. So instantly after they walked down the aisle, I put them in the back seat and I drove them off.
Oh,
Like
did they get good photos?
Yes,
Love
they
it.
absolutely
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
It was the best feeling ever looking in my rearview mirror, and there's
It's
a
so
newlywed
cute.
couple that happiest they could ever be.
Wait, how are you managing all of this? You do wedding photo, wedding video. Now you're renting Bonnie. How? You are one person.
Yeah. So luckily, I have a good crew that I.
You have a crew?
Yeah. So I have 2 videographers that work for me.
Liam is 20 years old and has a crew. Where is my crew? I need a crew.
You need a crew? I'll come help you
Okay,
out.
thank you.
So no, I've you have to find the perfect people that you can trust and rely on. So luckily I have a good network I've made with other photographers that, hey, I have this opportunity, want to take it? Can you go help me with this shoot? That I kind of help other people's out in the same time helping myself.
Oh, I think you're great, Liam. Thank you so much for providing us with this information. So you guys, turn your video on your DSLR, pick up a mirrorless, add some video to your sessions.
Just try it.
Just try it. What have you got to lose? We'll see you in the next video.